Hey guys, today I'll be doing a book haul. I have bought a lot of books. I generally don't buy them from Barnes & Nobles or Books A Million or any of those top stores like that because, well, I can't afford that much. So I usually buy from Goodwill, Second and Charles, Amazon, Ollie's, the Dollar Tree, and I usually get them for really cheap. So some of them are a little bit loved. The first book is a world building book. For those who do not know, I'm a writer. I'm trying to publish my books soon, eventually. I gotta get an editor first and a book cover for one of my books, and then I'll be able to publish it. But I want to learn I want to know a little bit more about world building, because one of my other fantasies is going to be a dark fantasy, and I want to build the world for it and everything like that instead of it being in this world. So I got On Writing and World Building Volume 1 by Timothy Hickson. He's also a YouTuber. I will look him up in just a second, but this is one of his 3 world building books, and I watched so many of his videos learning about so much about world building, and I had to buy his books. He mentioned his book in one of the videos. I was like, okay, I'll go and look at it. So I did actually purchase this full price. I think it was like 13 bucks. Go check him out if you want to learn about world building. He does great descriptions and examples and everything like that about world building, so it was very easy for me to comprehend everything that he was saying, which is I'm very slow. I'll admit. I'm excited for this. The next book is a little bit older than my normal books that I purchase, but I'm a huge werewolf and zombie girl. Not like combined, but I love werewolves and I love zombies. And you'll see that throughout this channel because I'll be doing like zombie books, top 10 zombie books, or just 10 books, zombie books that you could read, or etc. And I might do that with werewolves and vampires, etc, etc. I'm a big paranormal supernatural fan / fantasy. But this one is, I heard good things about it because I don't know where I heard good things about it, but I did. And it's called Moon Dance by S.P. Somtow. I hope I pronounced that right. I started reading it just a tad bit the other day because I wanted to see if I would be interested in it. And I purchased this on Amazon also. So let me tell you a little bit about it. Set against a brilliant panorama of European expansion into the West in the late 1800s, Moon Dance is the horrifying tale of the illegitimate son of Count von Bulk-Wolfing, leader of a pack of Viennese werewolves and of the boy's all-too-human governess Speranza. The pack has decided to immigrate to America in search of wild lands and unsuspicious human prey. But unbeknownst to them, the Dakota territory is already home to the, oh geez, forgive me if I butcher this, Shun Manitou of Clan Lakota So, who become werewolves by the light of the full moon. So that's what it's about. So I got it from half price books on Amazon. This next book I got from Ollie's. Oh my god, there's dust everywhere. Hi, hello. I was excited about this book when I got it, but I was hesitant about it too because it's a special edition and it doesn't have the original cover that I wanted. But I got it anyways because I really wanted to read it. And Ollie's, it was only $3.99. It's the Beast Within special edition. Looks like this. The tale is as old as time. A cruel prince is transformed into a beast. In every retelling, the question remains what it was that transferred the prince into a beast. This is one version of the story passed down through the ages. It's a story of vanity and arrogance, of love and hatred, and beastliness, and of course, of beauty. I love Beauty and the Beast. It's not my top favorite Disney movie, or retelling, or story, fable, but it has cool, this is the cover I wanted, this cover right here. But it has pictures in it, because it's the special edition. The reason why I was hesitant about this book is it's so thin. Next book I got for free at a little free library. I got so excited when I found it because it's on my was on my Amazon wish list, and I put a book into the library obviously to replace it. But I was just so surprised when I saw it. I was like, that's on my Amazon wish list. It's not exactly the cheapest book right now on my wish list, because I usually buy the used versions. But this is like in brand spanking new condition. It's Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Harrison, a werewolf novel. Looks like this. And it's, like I said, it's like in practically new condition. It doesn't even look like it's been really opened. I think I opened it to flip through it, and that was about it. Like I said, I freaked out when I saw it. I was like, oh my god. Rory Morris isn't thrilled to be moving back to her hometown, even if it's only temporary. There are bad memories there, but her twin sister Scarlett is pregnant, estranged from the baby's father, and needs support. So Rory returns to the place she thought she'd put in her rearview mirror. After a night out at a bar where she runs into an old almost flame, she hits a large animal with her car, and when she gets out to investigate, she's attacked. Rory survives, miraculously, but life begins to look and feel different. She's unnaturally strong with an aversion to silver, and suddenly the moon has her in a thrill. She's changing into someone else. Something else. Maybe even a monster. But does that mean she's putting those close to her in danger? Or is embracing the wildness inside her the key to acceptance? Doesn't that sound good? I believe I got this from Dollar Tree for $1.25. I already read some of it. We can't really see. It's like right there. It is Hostage by Clare Mackintosh. You can save hundreds of lives, or the one that matters most. And I started reading it a little bit back ago without... I think I pulled it out of the jar. I did, I think. So let me read you a little bit about what it's about. Despite the buzz in the air, the inaugural non-stop flight between London and Sydney is just another day for flight attendant Mina. Way to put some distance between herself and the secrets that are devastating her marriage and brooding her already troubled 5-year-old daughter until she gets a note. The following instructions will save your daughter's life. In the claustrophobic cabin of the jet, Mina is suddenly aware of hundreds of strangers surrounding her. Any one of them could be behind the threat. No matter what choice she makes next, someone on the plane wants to ensure it never reaches its destination. There are 20 hours between London and Sydney. 20 hours to make an impossible choice for everyone on board. With hundreds of lives in your hands, could you sacrifice the one you love most? I read a book similar to this, and I DNF'd it. But I do love books that involve airplanes for some reason. It's a fear of mine. And I think that's why it ignites an interest in me, because it's a fear of mine of planes crashing, etc. I get very anxious when I'm on planes, but I'm not anxious enough where I need to take medication or anything like that. It sounds good. And it was only $1.25. I was like, I'll grab this. And it's good so far from where I've read so far. This next one I got off of Amazon. It's Zom B by Darren Shan. He's the author of Circuit de Freak. Du Freak? Did I pronounce that right? Yeah, he's the author of that book, and I read a little bit of those books when I was younger. B's father thinks it's a hoax, but even if it isn't, the two of them joke. It's only Irish, right? That is, until zombies actually attack the school. B is forced on a mad dash through the serpentine quarters of high school, making, this word I can't pronounce, allegiances with anyone with enough gall to fight off their pursuers. But when they come face to face with ravenous, oozing corpses, all bets are off. There are no friends, no allies, just whatever it takes to survive. So it's a thin book, but there's a lot to the series. Like, there's a lot of books to the series. So I don't have much time, so I'm going to just put this off to the side and get to the last few books now. And then I'll have to film another video, hopefully sometime today. This next one I got from Goodwill. Terrible Typhoid Mary by Suzanne Campbell Bartoletti. I love learning about viruses and bacteria. I took some epidemiology classes on Coursera, and I just love learning about it. And one of the podcasts I was listening to for the class was about Typhoid Mary. So I really wanted to read a book about it if there was one, and I happened to find one at Goodwill, which I just found was very lucky. This story is of a cook, a quiet, diligent cook who kept to herself. Her specialty was homemade ice cream topped with fresh peaches, which she served on hot summer days. She worked for some of the wealthiest families in New York, who spoke highly of her skills. But when 6 members of a household nearly died, the cook mysteriously disappeared and the hunt for Typhoid Mary began. It's about a disease that spreads because of Typhoid Mary. I don't know if should tell you anything else about it because I don't want to ruin the book, like the suspense and the action and all that of the book. So I'm not going to read you anything else, but I got this not off of Amazon. I got this at Goodwill and it was $2.92 right there. And it's a hardcover and it looks brand spanking new too. So next two books I got from the Dollar Tree as well. Consensual Hex, a novel by Amanda Harlowe. Looks like this. For those who are sensitive to such topics such as, you know, RAPE, it does mention that in this book. When Lee, a first year at Smith, is RAPE, under eerie circumstances by an Amherst frat boy, she is quickly disillusioned by the lack of recourse. As her trauma bubbles and boils within her, the mysterious Professor West selects her for an exclusive seminar on gender, power, and witchcraft, where she meets Luna, Gabby, and Charlotte, who all share a unique gift. Granted a charter for a coven, and solely in possession of real magic, the four girls are tasked with covertly retrieving a grimoire from the Amherst fraternity. When the witches realize that the frat boys are using magic to commit and cover sexual assault across campus, their exploits escalate into vigilant justice. It sounded really good, and I was like, why is this at the Dollar Tree? I'm not bothered by such topics, so if you are, you might not want to read this book, because it sounds like it involves it in some way or form throughout the book. So it might be mentioned a lot. I don't know. I haven't read any of it yet. But just be careful if you're going to choose to read that book and you're sensitive to those topics, please. Next, How Quickly She Disappears by Raymond Fleischmann. Looks like this. I honestly don't remember what this is about. It's been 20 years since Elizabeth watched her twin sister Jacqueline disappear without a trace. Now 30-year-old Elizabeth is living far from her home in a small Alaskan town. She's in a loveless marriage and has a precocious young daughter she loves more than anything, but who reminds her too much of her long missing sister. Elizabeth's loneliness and guilt grows more unbearable each day, but through it all, she clings to the impossible belief that her sister is still alive and that they will be reunited. That's all I'm going to read to you because there's like 2 more paragraphs and I don't want to butcher it anymore, and like I said, I don't have much time on this camera right now. But that is the last book. I'm excited for a lot of these books, guys. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys will find some of these interesting too. They're different books from the very popular books you find on TikTok and Booktube, and I figured I'll bring them into Booktube so you can try new things a little bit different from what we normally get in Booktube and TikTok. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I've inspired you to read some different books from different authors that are not so popular at the current moment, and know that you can get books for real cheap too at Goodwill, Amazon, Ollie's, and the Dollar Tree. So go and try it out. See if you'll find any of these books interesting, and I hope you have a wonderful day.